Hello everybody! Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon White, and once again, we start the game off in a very odd spot. We are right now all the way back at Route 2. So why are we all the way back at Route 2, do you ask? Well, I saw this tree that we can only cut down if we have cut. So now that we actually have somebody with cut, let's see what this item that's past this annoyingly small tree that for some reason is almost impossible to get past unless you have cut. So, it's a super potion. Okay, I guess that was nothing too special. But could the dowsing Mitchin find anything else that's hidden in this area, perhaps? Oh, there's another item. Wow, okay, it's a Great Ball. I guess it's a little more useful than a super potion. But I guess the dowsing Mitchin isn't finding anything for me, so I guess that's not too interesting. But anyway, the real reason why I'm back here is so that I could train my... I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm training Cupcake a bit. Cupcake being my Woobat that I caught all the way back in Wellspring Cave. But another thing that I learned was that you actually don't have to have the badge from Elesa in order to use Strength. So that's kind of interesting, so... yeah, so Lassie could actually use Strength and move these boulders around, and oh my gosh, she is strong! That is a huge boulder! But I guess that's a good improvement, actually, because in the previous Pokemon games, the boulders that you have to push around with Strength are ridiculously small. They're like the size of pebbles, almost. Well, maybe not pebbles, but at least small rocks that the trainer could easily pick up. So, it's nice that they actually made them bigger in this game. But what's this item? It's a rare candy! Yay, another rare candy! So, another item that can allow a Pokemon to instantly level up. And I actually did put some of my Pokemon in the daycare for a while. So I put Laverna and Kappa. Yeah, just because I have a Woobat in my party means all the Yeah, Woobat is a really annoying bat. Not only does it appear in mass in caves, but it also apparently makes wild Pokemon appear all over the place too. I thought I heard a shaky patch of grass for a second, but I guess I didn't. Actually, I could just cream these wild Pokemon that appear by themselves, but Seriously, this wild Pokemon are more annoying than Navi, but thankfully we're at the end of the route, so we don't have to worry about it much longer. But anyway, that's, I think, the only place I wanted to show right now. There actually is one other place where we can use Strength, so maybe I'll just cut to that, so I'll see you in a bit. Okay, here's something else interesting. So I was actually running by I was actually bicycling by Pinwheel Forest to get back to where I was going, but I saw a shaky patch of grass along the way, and there was an Audino inside of it, so I had Cupcake battle it, and now Cupcake is evolving, so because I guess we raised her happiness enough so that she actually evolves. So like I said, Woobat evolves via happiness, so apparently Cupcake's happiness is high enough so that she can evolve, so let's see what she evolves into. That's weird, because I never actually intended to train Cupcake, but here I am training her for whatever reason, and now evolving her. I guess I just like to see Pokemon evolve. I guess I'm as enticed by the energy of Pokemon evolution as Team Galactic is. But now Cupcake is a Swoobat, which is kind of a lame name, because it basically is an S tacked on to the beginning of Woobat, right? But... But let's check, but as we do every time one of our Pokemon evolves, let's check out the Pokemon that just evolved. So, let's see, I could take the Soothe Bell from her because she doesn't need any more happiness, but Cupcake, well, there's really nothing special about her. She just has higher special attack and speed and everything. But I really like that she has the Unaware ability. I think the other ability that Woobat and Swoobat can have is Simple, and that'll basically double any stat boosts or stat lowerings the Pokemon gets. But Unaware will basically allow the user to ignore every stat change the enemy has, so that's really nice. But she also learned her specialty attack at this time, which is Heart Stamp. Heart Stamp is an attack that only Woobat and Swoobat can learn, at least normally. So it basically is a physical psychic type attack that can sometimes make the target flinch, so that's really nice. So, Cupcake evolved, long story short. I think that's the only thing special that happened here. And a couple of these times, we encountered an Audino and I switched to Laverna so that I could steal its Oranberry, but she never stole an Oranberry from an Audino. And whenever we encountered an Audino when Laverna wasn't around, it always had an Oranberry. Strange case of Murphy's Law, eh? But anyway, I'll see you back where I am now. This time I mean it, unless something even more interesting happens along the way. Okay, so I am back in Nimbasa City. So before we battle Elesa, there's actually one other thing I forgot to show in Nimbasa City, and that is the Battle Subway. So, the Battle Subway, for the most part, is... Who's coming out of the Battle Subway? I won! Then I lost! Grand Station has trains where you can battle other trainers. The Battle Subway! Oh, you're a trainer, aren't you? Please just accept this without a word. And what is it? What is that? It's a versus recorder, and it's probably something. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, this makes a reappearance from a similar item that appeared in the battle tower in at least Diamond and Pearl. I don't know if it did that in earlier games, but it's a pretty neat feature. It allows you to record important battles, so that's really nice. But I don't really like the battle subway all too much because I'm not too big of a fan of the battle tower in earlier games. So, but the cool thing about the battle subway is that there are different trains in which you can have different types of battles. So this is single trains where you could just have single battles, super single trains, whatever that means. Does this guy have anything to say about it? Battle subway has 7 lines in total, but I heard that the only lines you could take at the beginning are the single, double, or multi trains. But I think there's another train that you can take as well. So this is the double trains where you can have double battles, not bubble battles, double battles. I can't believe I said bubble battles. So I was thinking of bubble bomb when I said that, seriously. So the super double battles, whatever that means. I gotta get to that train later. This is for super multi-trains. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what any of these trains mean. And I guess that's where you can have Wi-Fi battles over there. But this brown line right here is very unlike the other trains. So these are trains that lead to Anville Town. So let's see if we can and Anville Town is a town that can only be accessible via railway. So let's see if we can actually go to Anville Town. I hope we can. Maybe? Yeah! Let's board the train to Anville Town! Now, in my original playthrough of this game, I actually didn't know about this train until after I had already beaten the Elite Four. So I didn't even know, and I saw Anville Town on the map, but it was like in the top left corner of Unova. Let me see if I should probably put the town map in my key items or something. Yeah, I gotta do that. So, I gotta register my town map. See, now there's my town map. That's the other thing I really like about this game, is that you can register multiple items, and by pressing select, you could instantly access any of these items, not just one. So, let's look at the town map for a while. So, Anville Town, and this is unfortunately on the bottom screen, is way in the upper left corner of Unova. There are no routes that lead to it, so the only way to access it is through the brown line on the battle subway. Now, like I said, when I originally played through this game on the first playthrough, I had no freaking idea how in the world you access this town, but this is it. And this is a subway map, but I don't know if that's really gonna matter. So, I'm just going to... Well, there are a few interesting things in this town. For example, this flute player here, who will change the music momentarily, and this guy, who I think will tell us about trains. So, this is just kind of a fancy 3D graphics thing. The new Super Single Train is a new mass-produced something, blah 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 blah. It's an environmentally friendly train because they revised all the parts to drastically reduce power consumption. Yeah, Anville Town is totally trying to be environmentally friendly, but yeah, this is not too important. And there's a random police officer there who's not going to talk to us. I think it's a police officer, I don't even know. That girl is playing a lullaby for all the sleeping trains in town. As if trains actually could wake up and go to sleep, but I don't know. But the cool thing about Anville Town, and I don't think any of these NPCs are really going to say anything, but there actually is one interesting thing that can happen in Anville Town, and I think it's on Saturday or something. And unfortunately, it's not a Saturday; it's a Wednesday. And so I totally missed Castelia Cone Day yesterday, but that's all right. It's kind of weird because I got 2 Castelia cones and both of them were obtained several weeks ago. So it's kind of weird that the ice cream's still good, but let's see what this guy has to say. Oh, with a face like that, I'll bet you're a Pokemon trader. I work as a depot agent on the battle subway. Have you tried challenging the battle subway yet? No, and I don't really plan on it anytime soon. It's a hot spot for those who want some serious battling action. But some people get too wrapped up in their battles, and there's no end to the lost and found items. That's right. Nobody ever came to pick this up, so we'll give it to you. Ah, so this guy runs a lost and found, so he basically gives us free stuff, and wow, he's giving us a rare candy. That's interesting. But I think occasionally this guy will also find more lost and found items, and I think it's usually every week that happens. So every week, I think we could just come by here and get more lost and found items. So we just got another rare candy. So that's very interesting. And this is also a place where you could trade items for other things, but I don't think I'm really going to do that in this game, so... And I think you could only do that on the weekends anyway, so... And it's not a weekend, so you can't even do that. But that's Anville Town. That's pretty much all I wanted to show. But I still have some training left to do, and I think all that's left to do in this video is I'm just going to jump right to the battle with Elesa. So what I'm going to do is finish up training, and then I'm going to decide who I'm going to have in my party, and then I'm going to explain why I chose that party, and then battle Elesa. So I'll see you back at the Nimbasa City Gym. Okay, I am starting to record again. We're not at Elisa's gym yet, obviously, but Brock just got to level 25, and Brock is evolving! Let's see what Brock evolves into. I guess 25 is just a level that Pokemon frequently evolve at. I mean, Flint evolved at level 25? Okay, maybe it's just Flint. I guess it's only Flint and Brock who are going to level up at level 25. And Cupcake didn't even level up at level 25. I think it was level 16 or something, but this is a Boldor! Now, there is a kind of an interesting joke I like to... Okay, he's learning Power Gem, but I don't think I'm going to make him forget anything in order to learn Power Gem, because Power Gem is a special attack, and well, I don't know. I might forget Iron Defense just for the heck of it, just because Iron Defense is not really going to help Brock a whole lot, because his defense is already insanely high, so I'm just going to make him forget Power Gem for that reason. But there is a joke I like to associate with Boldor, and we won't be hearing that until later, so but there is a joke I like to associate with Boldor, so stay tuned for that, but I need to pause the video again while I train some more. Alright, here it is, the moment you've all been waiting for, the battle with Elesa! Now first I'm going to tell you who I have in my party, because I don't feel like bringing the bottom screen up, so actually I'll do summary. So, I have Brock first in the party. The reason being that I think her first Pokemon is going to be Emolga, who is Flying type, and Brock knows some Brock attacks. But he also knows Attract, and I think all of Elisa's Pokemon are going to be female, so when it's pinned, she might be able to use that. But one thing about Elesa is that she loves to switch her Pokemon out. So I made sure not to rely on moves that lower stats or cause any status problems that get removed upon switching. Like Fluffy is not a good choice because the effects of her Cotton Spore and Leech Seed will just disappear once Elesa switches Pokemon. So I also have Electra because she knows Thunder Wave and can paralyze Elisa's Pokemon because they are pretty fast. I also have Marek, so once the Pokemon get paralyzed, Marek can use Hex on them and do more damage. And I also have Ernie because he's really sturdy and knows a lot of powerful attacks. One attack that he actually learned is his specialty move, which is Storm Throw, and that is a move that will always get a critical hit, so very useful if his stats get lowered. And then I also have K. Rool because he's going to be absolutely essential in this battle, being ground type and therefore immune to all electric attacks. And then I also have Flick because he's part grass type and therefore resistant to electric attacks. And he knows some pretty powerful attacks too, and he has Protect in a pinch. And he also has Struggle Bug, but that's probably not going to help much. So, let's do this. Let's battle Elesa! And hopefully, I don't know, this might take more than one try because Elesa is the toughest gym leader in Unova. I am not kidding. But let's see how we do. Pray that this works. I did save the game beforehand, so if we lose, we could just try again. Did the fantastic speed leave you dizzy? No, I love roller coasters. My beloved Pokemon will be the next one to make your head spin. Yeah, I think Elesa will do a better job of that than the roller coaster. What do you think? Elesa is tough. I am not kidding. I'm hoping that we don't lose to her on the first try here. Oh, actually, she has 3 Pokemon. So maybe she has 2 Emolgas. I kind of forgot that she even had a 3rd Pokemon, but who cares? We're using Brock, so hopefully this shouldn't be that hard. And Brock just evolved, so that's good. So, wait a minute, Emolga's male? I thought all of Elisa's Pokemon were female, but I guess this one just has a male Emolga for whatever reason. Whatever, let's just use Smackdown and hope it works. Oh, so here's Elisa's specialty move that Elisa's Pokemon have, Volt Switch. So, I bet she's gonna switch to Zebstrika. How much are you willing to bet? No, it's just another Emolga. Zebstrika is the evolved form of Blitzel, and she has one of those, but she's stupidly switching to another Emolga that'll just... Yeah. You and your Pokemon are shining brilliantly. But this Emolga is probably gonna KO Brock on this next turn, but... I don't know. Should we try using... Well, this one's a female one, but I'm not gonna use a try. I probably just gonna use Smackdown again. Yeah, I was just gonna use a Hyper Potion. Come on, Brock, smack that one down. Hopefully do more damage than the other time. Okay, whatever, it did the same amount of damage. Let's see, try using Smackdown again, I guess? Why do you keep using Hyper Potions, Elesa? You're seriously wasting those things. Elisa's just stupid in that way, isn't she? Yeah, just do that again. Yeah, Molga's gonna use Volt Switch again, and this one's probably gonna KO Brock. Maybe? Yeah. And who's she gonna switch to? Okay, she's going back into her other Emolga. Well, in that case, I'm going to use Electra, and I'm gonna have her use Thunder Wave on this Emolga. That sounds like a good thing to do. Haha! Oh yeah, I forgot about Electra's Lightning Rod ability. So that'll raise her special attack if she gets hit by an electric attack. So that's really good. That's a really good move for her to have. But she paralyzed Emolga, and now that she has the Lightning Rod ability intact and her electric attacks are powered up, let's have her use. Well, she knows Shockwave, but she also learned Spark while I was training her, and that's a physical attack. And Electra has higher physical attack than special attack, so let's use Spark. Oh, cheap bastard using Quick Attack. I hate it when those cheap bastards use Quick Attack, but hopefully this shouldn't be too bad. And this will be neutral because Emolga's electric and flying type. Let's see, and we don't have Charge anymore, unfortunately, but hey, that Emolga's fully paralyzed. That's nice. That's really nice. Ah, static ability. Paralyzed Electra. Well, I'm not too worried. Okay, it knows Aerial Ace. Ah, whatever. I think this next Spark will KO the Emolga. Yay! The first Pokemon falls down by the hand of Electra. And now she's using Zebstrika, so I think I will switch Pokemon. So, I don't know. I don't know, should I or should I not? Actually, I think I won't, because I want to paralyze the Zebstrika with Thunder Wave. So Zebstrika is the evolved form of Blitzel, so I'm hoping that whatever attack Zebstrika uses will not paralyze will not do a whole lot of damage to Electra. Oh great, Zebstrika has a Lightning Rod ability, that's not good, I forgot about that. Well, let's try using Pursuit and see what happens, I guess. Okay, Electra's gonna faint. Well, since Zebstrika has the Lightning Rod ability, I'm gonna switch to K. Rool because he can just be immune to all of Zebstrika's attacks. So what I'm going to do is actually use Sand Tomb, because I know that'll prevent Zebstrika from switching out. Okay. So that Zebstrika is being hurt by Sand Tomb. Let's see if K. Rool can actually KO that Zebstrika on the next Sand Tomb, unless that Quick Attack's going to be a critical hit, which it won't. I might have to use a bunch of healing items on K. Rool, actually, in order to... Yeah, I think I will use some healing items on Zebstrika. I think actually one more Sand Tomb will KO that Zebstrika, so I think what I'll do is I will use a healing item on K. Rool. I gotta give him a fresh water, even though that's really counterintuitive. Actually, this battle might be easier than I thought, because the last playthrough when I did this, Elisa's Pokemon just kept switching around by using Volt Switch. But now Elisa's down to one Pokemon, and it's an Emolga, so this battle's actually easier than I thought. I guess having a Ground-type Pokemon makes all the difference, doesn't it? Because I remember on my last playthrough, I didn't even have a Ground Pokemon, but this is an Emolga, so I'm gonna have to switch. Who will I switch to? I know that Emolga probably knows Aerial Ace, so I'm going to switch to Marek, I guess. I really don't know who I'm going to switch to. I'm just kind of switching to a random Pokemon. And now this awesome music's going to play! Hey, and that Emolga actually has very low HP, so if we're lucky, we actually might KO this Emolga in one hit. So, one attack that Marek just learned while we were training him was Ominous Wind, which is a little bit stronger than Hex, but it has a small chance of raising all of Marek's stats, but that's not going to matter because I'm using it for more damage. Okay, that Emolga's going to try to use Volt Switch, but I think Marek has high enough defense that he can withstand this. So, yeah! Alright, Marek! I think we're going to defeat Elesa with this attack! Yay! That battle was much easier than I expected! Yay! We defeated Elesa! Wow! I can't believe how surprisingly easy that battle was! That was a lot... That was not as bad as I expected it to be. I totally expected Elesa to just swap around her Pokemon all over the place with Volt Switch, but she didn't even do that. My oh my, you have a sweet fighting style. I mean, you're a great trainer. Excuse me, here, I want you to have this. Yay, we got a Thunderbolt badge. We got a Spiky Thunderbolt badge. That's what I bet it's called, right? The Spiky Thunderbolt badge? No, it's probably called something way cooler than that lame name. What's it called, Elesa? What's this badge called? It's the Bolt badge. Well, that makes sense. If you have 4 badges, including this Bolt badge, Pokemon up to level 50, including traded Pokemon, will obey you. That means Fluffy will obey us until she gets to level 20, until she gets to level 50, right? Also, here's this move I like. Feel free to use it if you want to. You are sounding as uncertain as Silent did. But this is a TM for Volt Switch, surprise, surprise, because that's the attack Elesa's Pokemon specialize in. Although I bet the reason why Elesa didn't really... Oh yeah, so now she's going to... Oh, now she's going to go over to Route 5 to lower the drawbridge. So that's what she's going to do, but I guess the reason why Elesa's Pokemon didn't use Volt Switch as much was because I had not only K. Rool, but also Electra on the party, and both of them are actually immune to electric attacks, because I totally forgot about Electra's Lightning Rod ability that allows her to absorb all electric attacks. So that was really nice. I can't believe I forgot about that, but that worked well in our favor, didn't it? And unfortunately, we are at 21 minutes, so I'm gonna have to stop the video right now, but stay tuned for part 32 of Let's Play Pokemon White, in which we start heading to Driftvale City!